Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rob Moore, and I want to welcome you once again to Killer Tim Brooks' NAWA Big Time Pro Wrestling Texas Tough. As always, we're coming to you from the NAWA Arena in beautiful Waxahachie, Texas. We have another outstanding card for you tonight, and here it is. In our opening match, we'll see the martial arts on display as the international warrior Li Fang faces the American Ninja. In our second match, two big bulls collide when the powerful Keith Lee takes on the unpredictable All-American Mad Dog. In our semi-main event, it's a tag team title match, and its loser leaves town, featuring the champions Cowboy Tim Storm and Cowboy Adam versus the Russian Destroyer and the Russian Crusher. Previously on Big Time Pro Wrestling, Adam and Storm beat the team of Keith Lee and Li Fang by disqualification to retain the belts. The Russians ran in and attacked the Cowboys, and it was 4-on-2 until the Cowboys turned things around and then got out of the ring. Lee and Fang turned their anger to the Russians, saying the masked men cost them the tag titles. It stopped just short of an all-out brawl before both teams left the ring. But earlier, the saga continued when the Russian Destroyer and Russian Crusher, under suspension from NAWA, came to the ring and handed Killer Tim Brooks a letter from the Russian consulate, making all kinds of threats against Brooks and the NAWA. And Brooks said he had also heard from the state commission, who told him he could only suspend the Russians for 45 days, so they couldn't wrestle on that show, but they could wrestle on the next show. Brooks then showed the Russians a contract offering them a rematch against the Cowboys for the NAWA tag team titles. The Russians agreed and signed, but then Brooks informed them that if they had taken the time to read the contract, they would have seen that the match is loser leaves town. So tonight, the Cowboys-Russians match is for the tag belts, with the losers leaving the NAWA. And for the main event, it's a Texas heavyweight title match. Loser eats dog food, with Doberman defending against Max Muscles. Last month, Max beat the champion Doberman in a non-title match. After the match, Doberman attacked Muscles with a can of dog food, clubbing him in the head with it, and then smearing the nasty food all over his face. Muscles told Brooks that he wanted his title match with Doberman, and while the winner would be Texas heavyweight champion, or as Muscles puts it, plus-size champion, the loser would have to eat dog food straight from the can. Killer Brooks granted Muscles' request, and it all happens tonight here on Big Time Pro Wrestling. Don't forget to check us out on the web. On Facebook, search NAWA Big Time Pro Wrestling Texas. On YouTube, search Big Time Pro Wrestling. On MySpace, search Killer Tim Brooks. You'll find information on show times and dates and learn how you can be a member of our television audience. Let's go to the ring now for the first match.